I'm Joe Tessitore, and we're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, for a much-anticipated main event. Opening stanza of this 12-round fight. What should we see out of the Golden Boy tonight, Teddy?
Well, I think his greatest strength is his body, his size. I mean, he's tall, he's rangy, he has a real good left jab. You know, use those assets. Stand on the outside, let everything start with the jab.
Nice strike after catching one by Oscar De La Hoya. What does the high stamina fighter want to do in the early stages of a fight against a guy who maybe isn't as conditioned?
What he wants to do is make him work. Make him work when he's on the inside. Make him work on the outside. Walk him a little bit. Make sure that at all times, mentally and physically, he's got those cylinders pumping.
Unable to make an impact there by the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
Action bud.
Not an accurate hook at all. And he's really doing a nice job of hitting the mark with the jab.
And that's exactly what he needs. And it's not hard to hit the mark when the mark's coming at you. The right choice of a punch.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Not precise at all by the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. Good strong jab by Ward. Good job snapping out that jab.
You know, if you're watching Muhammad Ali, you know you need a jab to move on the outside. But if you're coming forward, you need a jab, and there's proof of it.
The way these two are going at it early on, they're going to break the punch stat computer.
Well, they're trying to break more than that. They're trying to break each other's will.
Side to side.
Ward's now feeling the after effects of being rocked by a huge hook to the head. And that had some bite to it, that right hand by Ward.
Hey, keep your hands up.
And we come to the end of round number one. Ward's in complete control here as he takes a rest after a round in which he really dominated the action. Is there anything, Teddy, that you see that he should be thinking about when he gets off the stool here for the next round?
Yeah, you know, he should follow up on his lead, on his edge, on his advantage. You know, I noticed that he's hurting him in the body. Well, now start to double up that hook. One downstairs, one upstairs.
Here's a moment here as you see the step-back counter-punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces them into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut.
Keep it going. Let's see some defense.
Unable to score with the uppercut that time. Blocks the headshot. Halfway through round number two. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Solid right by the golden boy, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya, proud Mexican-American, came from East LA, but for much of his career, he was viewed as maybe a little bit mainstream, maybe not falling in line with that Mexican warrior mentality the way of Fernando Vargas, another Southern California fighter, did.
Absolutely, and that bothered him. That bothered his pride, and it kind of spurred him on a little bit. I think there was two things that he was looking to kind of straighten out in his own mind. One was to get a little bit of the appreciation of the Mexican-American fans, the Mexican fans, where they didn't think that he was an outsider so much, that they thought of him as too much of a pretty boy, you know, not a real Mexican fighter. And another thing that he was always looking to get the satisfaction of was his father, that he wanted to satisfy his father. That was something that always pushed at him.
Final 10 seconds of round number 2.
Hey, gotta see that coming. Let's go.
So the round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy here ringside, and we've been enjoying sitting ringside because, Teddy, I know you have some of your fine guests from the Dr. Theodore Atlas Charitable Foundation with us here tonight.
And they're having a great night, and it's great to have them here. The thing that I want to say is thank you to all the people that help us, help many. They trust us. They allow us to be the middleman to give out the resources where they're needed. Thank you for mentioning Joe, and thank you to all the people that help us do what we do.
De La Hoya's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination? He missed with that headshot. Ward's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. And now he's targeting upstairs. And he ties up on the inside.
Hey, gotta see that come in. Let's go. Hook, hook.
And now looking to hang on.
Hey, let's go.
Good defense, just covering up down low. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Ward's in a good rhythm defensively here. Teddy, what is that, a credit to his ability to anticipate?
You know, also, it's the teaching. Let's give the trainers credit. Of course, let's give his background of the amateurs credit, but he learned how to get away from punches. This is technique that was taught to him.
De La Hoya's fatigue is starting to play a major factor in this fight now. He is having trouble landing any of these punches.
Yeah, and it's not because his opponent all of a sudden is a great defensive whiz. You know, he's not Claude Rains. He didn't all of a sudden become the invisible man. It's just that he's not landing because he's throwing him from too far away, as you said, very tired.
He was waiting for his opponent, just waiting for an opportunity, and he found it. The counterpunch by Ward. The combo lands upstairs.
Back to the body.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Ward's showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch.
Go out, yes. Go out and fight this.
Start of round number 4. Easy scorecard to put together. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. That was a miss by Oscar De La Hoya. De La Hoya's work rate is impressive, Teddy, but his connect percentage is not.
No, there's two reasons for it, Joe. One is his opponent. His opponent is pretty smart in there. You know, he's not just standing there saying, hey, hit me. He's moving, he's being smart defensively. The other thing is the punches are a little too wide. Needs to shorten them up a little.
Hey, keep your hands up! Move!
That's a good left hand by Ward.
Unload! More punches!
He clinches when he gets to the inside. Halfway through round number 4. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Blocks that punch. Big shot there. Oscar De La Hoya's torn down from that straight punch. So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
Joe, one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits, have good fundamentals been put there. You're going to find out right now, he needs them right now.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. And he goes down again. Will he get up from this? The fight is over. Oscar De La Hoya's night has ended early here. Unable to go the distance, he couldn't rise up and beat the count. Ward's power that we saw throughout the night, building a lead on your scorecard, now ends the night with a knockout victory.
And it begins the next night, the next dawn, the dawn of the new beginning. More money. Knockouts bring money.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great night.